Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled deep within the English countryside, there lived a man named Curtis. He was a solitary figure, known for his reclusive nature and peculiar interests. People whispered rumors about Curtis, claiming he dabbled in dark arts and had a penchant for the macabre. But those were mere whispers, fueled by the village's overactive imagination. Curtis was just a man who preferred solitude and lived in an old, dilapidated cottage at the edge of the woods. One foggy autumn evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Curtis found an ancient leather-bound book hidden away in the recesses of his attic. The book was adorned with cryptic symbols and whispered promises of power. Unbeknownst to Curtis, it was a forbidden tome that held secrets best left undisturbed. Intrigued and seduced by the book's aura of mystery, Curtis delved into its pages, unable to resist its dark allure. Night after night, he pored over the forbidden knowledge within, his mind gradually succumbing to its insidious influence. His once dull existence became consumed by the shadows of the occult. As the days passed, the villagers grew increasingly wary of Curtis. Strange occurrences began to plague the village. Crops withered, animals went missing, and a sense of unease hung heavy in the air. The villagers whispered that Curtis was to blame, his obsession with forbidden magic causing the village's misfortunes. One moonlit night, a group of brave villagers gathered, armed with torches and pitchforks. Determined to put an end to Curtis's dark reign, they marched towards his cottage, their minds fueled by fear and righteous anger. They would rid their village of this menace once and for all. As they approached Curtis's cottage, a sinister presence permeated the air. The surrounding forest seemed to twist and contort, its branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. The villagers hesitated, a chill crawling up their spines, but their resolve remained unyielding. The door creaked open, revealing a dimly lit room. The air was heavy with the scent of decay, and the flickering candlelight cast eerie shadows upon the walls. In the center of the room, Curtis stood, his eyes glazed over with a malevolent glow. With a single wave of his hand, Curtis unleashed a torrent of dark magic upon the villagers. They screamed in terror as their bodies twisted and contorted in unnatural ways, their souls consumed by the darkness. The air filled with anguished cries and the sickening sound of bones snapping. When the carnage finally ceased, Curtis stood amidst the lifeless bodies of his former neighbors, a sinister smile playing on his lips. The village had fallen under his control, and he reveled in his newfound power. But as the days turned into weeks, Curtis realized that his victory was hollow. The village lay desolate and devoid of life, its streets haunted by the echoes of the past. Curtis had become a king of shadows, ruling over an empty kingdom. Tormented by his isolation, Curtis began to long for the human connection he had lost. He spent his days wandering the village, his heart heavy with regret and sorrow. The power he had craved had become a curse, and he was trapped in a world of eternal darkness. And so, the tale of Curtis from England serves as a grim reminder of the dangers that lurk within forbidden knowledge. In his pursuit of power, he had sacrificed everything, ultimately finding himself alone, forever haunted by the consequences of his actions. In a small village nestled deep within the heart of Germany, there lived a man named Ralph. He was a somber figure, his eyes haunted by an indiscernible darkness. The villagers spoke in hushed tones, fearful of the chilling aura that surrounded Ralph. Whispers of tragedy and malevolence followed his every step. Ralph resided in an old, dilapidated farmhouse on the outskirts of the village. His existence was shrouded in mystery, as he seldom ventured into town, preferring the solitude of his eerie abode. Rumors swirled that he was a former doctor, scarred by a past filled with horrors. One stormy winter's night, as the wind howled and the rain beat relentlessly against the windows, Ralph stumbled upon a peculiar artifact buried beneath the floorboards of his farmhouse. It was an ancient, weathered journal, its pages filled with faded ink and cryptic symbols. Transfixed by its enigmatic allure, Ralph couldn't resist the urge to delve into its sinister secrets. Page after page, the journal whispered of forbidden knowledge and arcane rituals. Ralph, his curiosity overpowering his common sense, embarked on a perilous journey, determined to unlock the dark power hidden within the cryptic text. Ignoring the warnings of those who had come before him, he set out to summon an unspeakable entity, a being of ancient evil. Days turned into nights, and Ralph's obsession grew. The villagers, sensing the encroaching darkness, became increasingly fearful. The air thickened with a palpable tension as whispers of Ralph's unholy pursuits echoed through the village streets. One moonless night, as the villagers huddled in their homes, a surge of malevolence erupted from Ralph's farmhouse. The ground trembled beneath their feet, and the sky twisted into a grotesque tapestry of swirling shadows. The villagers watched in terror as a maelstrom of darkness engulfed their village, consuming all that lay in its path. With each passing moment, the darkness grew stronger, its tendrils snaking through the streets, reaching out for the souls of the villagers. Their anguished cries filled the air as they were dragged into the abyss, their bodies contorting and withering under the weight of the evil unleashed by Ralph's reckless desires. In the midst of the chaos, Ralph stood atop a hill overlooking the village, his eyes glazed over with madness. He reveled in the power he had summoned, oblivious to the devastation he had wrought. The village lay in ruins, a ghostly reminder of Ralph's insatiable thirst for forbidden knowledge. But as the last echoes of the villagers' screams faded into the night, Ralph's triumph turned to despair. He realized too late the horrifying price he had paid for his insidious pursuits. The entity he had unleashed cared not for his desires. It had only sought a conduit to spread its own malevolence. The once haunted figure of Ralph became an empty vessel, a puppet for the insatiable darkness. Forever trapped in a world of torment, he wandered the desolate ruins of his village, his mind fractured, his soul forever tainted. He had become the very embodiment of the evil he had sought to control. And so, the tale of Ralph from Germany stands as a chilling testament to the dangers of unearthing forbidden secrets. In his insatiable quest for power, he became a harbinger of destruction, forever bound to a fate of eternal suffering. His name whispered in fear, a cautionary tale for those who would dare to delve into the depths of darkness. In a forgotten town nestled deep within the heart of America, there lived a woman named Anna. She was a mysterious figure, her arrival in the town shrouded in darkness and uncertainty. With flowing raven hair and piercing blue eyes, Anna possessed an ethereal beauty that held a sinister allure. The townsfolk watched with trepidation as Anna settled into an old Victorian mansion on the outskirts of the town. Rumors circulated, tales of her involvement in occult practices and whispered curses. The air grew heavy with unease as the townspeople sensed an impending darkness lurking within their midst. As days turned into weeks, Anna's presence cast a long shadow over the town. Strange occurrences began to unfold, blurring the line between reality and nightmare. Crops withered, animals turned up dead, and a pervasive sense of dread hung in the air like a suffocating fog. Whispers and hushed voices suggested that Anna's true nature was that of a witch, harnessing dark forces for her own nefarious purposes. The townsfolk feared the darkness that swirled within her, but they were also drawn to it, unable to resist its tantalizing pull. One moonless night, an unsuspecting young man named Jack fell under Anna's spell. He became captivated by her enigmatic allure, his infatuation blinding him to the lurking danger. Anna, sensing his vulnerability, lured him into her twisted world, promising him eternal love and power beyond his wildest dreams. As their relationship deepened, Jack became entangled in a web of manipulation and deceit. He became a pawn in Anna's wicked games, willingly sacrificing his soul to her insatiable hunger for power. With each passing day, Jack's spirit withered, his vitality draining away like a life force offered up to a malevolent deity. But unbeknownst to Anna, the darkness she had unleashed could not be contained. It seeped into every corner of the town, corrupting the hearts and minds of its inhabitants. As her power grew, so did the horrors that plagued the town, an unrelenting torrent of suffering and despair. In a twisted climax of desperation and madness, the townsfolk rose against Anna, their collective anger and fear boiling over. Armed with torches and pitchforks, they stormed the mansion, determined to rid themselves of the source of their torment. Anna, consumed by her lust for power, fought back with a ferocity born of desperation. Shadows danced around her, dark energy crackling through the air. But the townspeople, driven by a righteous fury, overwhelmed her with their sheer numbers. In the midst of the chaos, a final blow struck Anna down, her life extinguished, but the darkness she had summoned refused to be quelled. The town, ravaged and scarred by the battle, stood in solemn silence. The nightmare was over, but the scars would forever mark their souls. As the days turned into years, the town became a ghostly reminder of the evil that had once consumed it. The memories of Anna's reign of terror haunted their dreams, a constant reminder of the darkness that lay dormant within humanity. And so, the tale of Anna from America stands as a chilling reminder of the seductive power of darkness. It serves as a cautionary tale of the depths to which one can fall when consumed by their own desires, and the everlasting impact it can have on a community forever scarred by the horrors of the past. Thanks for watching today's video. Please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. It really helps us out. And until next time, stay safe and never wander too far from the light.